What's up, everyone? It's Percy here, and in this video, I'm going to recommend 7 unknown Isekai anime where the protagonist wakes up in a fantasy world. Guys, I bet you haven't watched all the anime recommended in this video, but if you have, please leave a comment so I can congratulate you, because you've completed all the Isekai anime out there. So, everyone, drop a like and let's get into the video. Trapped in a dating sim, the world of Otome games is tough for mobs. After waking up in an unknown world, Leon realizes that he has been reincarnated into the universe of an Otome game he once played. In this world, women completely dominate men, using them as they please to achieve their goals. Not only that, but the only available romantic routes are with a group of royal princes. Understanding his predicament, Leon decides to use his game knowledge to start a revolution against the women, completely changing that world. Guys, it's totally worth watching this anime. It's genuinely fun and will keep you hooked. Basically, the story is set in a world where feminism has taken over, with rich and noble women having all the power while men live as slaves. So, the protagonist will fight against this system to change that world. If you found this intriguing, I highly recommend giving it a watch. It's definitely worth it. YUNO, a girl who chants love at the bound of this world. The story follows Takuya Arima, a young man who lost his mother when he was a child and recently lost his father in an accident. One day, Takuya receives a package containing a mysterious mirror-like object and a letter indicating that his father is still alive. The letter instructs Takuya to bring the object to Mount Sankaku at 10 p.m. Following these instructions, he encounters a mysterious woman, the school principal, and a strange transfer student. The group is engulfed in a flash of light, launching an adventure through parallel realities. Have you ever heard of this anime? I bet you haven't. It's a pretty unknown isekai, but highly entertaining, with just 26 episodes that will definitely keep you entertained. It's worth noting that the story's ending is quite heartwarming, even though the anime feels a bit rushed. Still, it's worth giving it a shot.
終了ですね。さすが私、召喚成功ね。勘違いは困ります。この召喚獣は私が召喚したのです。
How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. The plot centers around Sakamoto Takuma, a virgin NEET who struggles to communicate with the opposite sex, but excels as an MMORPG player. He's so strong and popular in these games that he's known as the Demon Lord by other players. One morning, Sakamoto wakes up in a world similar to the MMORPG he used to play, taking on the role of the Demon Lord just as he did in the game. Guys, here's another unknown isekai that's really good. The synopsis doesn't give much away, but in summary, you'll see lots of epic fights mixed with eki scenes in a fantasy world. It gives off a similar vibe to Overlord since, as you saw, the protagonist is supposed to be the villain of the story, or at least that's how it starts. Not to mention, the female characters are gorgeous, especially the elf. So, don't waste any more time and go watch it.
恐ろしくもおぞましい獣たちを。勇者様、そういうことは魔王を倒してからに。
Kimona Mei Rise Up. The renowned pro wrestler Shibata Genzo is summoned to another world with the mission to eradicate all demonic beasts. However, due to his love for animals, he refuses to do so and ends up body slamming the princess who summoned him. Instead, he decides to start a new life in that world and opens a pet shop. Guys, this crazy story is the anime's plot, and it caught the attention of otakus, especially since the manga is from the same author as Konosuba, raising expectations for this work. However, few people know about it these days, and it's rarely mentioned or recommended, so I'm here to help you out. It's a fantastic isekai comedy with plenty of cute girls you need to watch. でかい！何これ！ Death March to the Parallel World Rhapsody. Ikeru Suzuki, an exhausted programmer nearing his 30s, finally gets the chance to rest and catch up on sleep. However, upon waking, he finds himself in a fantasy world inspired by RPG games, a fusion with the games he was working on in reality. In this new world, he discovers that his appearance is now younger, and his name has changed to Satu, a nickname he used during beta tests. Before Satu can fully grasp his new situation, he's attacked by an army of lizard men. In self-defense, Satu casts a powerful spell that wipes them out, skyrocketing his level to 310 and maxing out all his stats. Now, as a high-level adventurer with a wide range of skills, Satu decides to explore this magical world, not knowing how to return to his previous reality. Guys, if you're really a fan of Isekai, you'll love this anime. It's the epitome of the Isekai genre, featuring adventure, fantasy, and harem elements. What you can expect is a great story where the protagonist ends up surrounded by lots of girls, especially Lolas, so you know it's top quality. Excel World. From the same creators of Sword Art Online, we have Excel World, a lesser known but excellent anime that I really don't understand why it doesn't have the same fame as Sword Art Online. Here's the synopsis. The story is set in 2046, where people have access to a virtual network called the Neural Linker through their mobile devices. Haruyuki Arita, or just Haru, is a high school student who's constantly bullied for being short and chubby. He spends most of his time immersed in games in his own virtual world. One day, he's approached by the most popular girl at school, Kuroyukim, who gives him a mysterious program called Brain Burst, which can accelerate the world, allowing him to enter another world where he must battle others in organized fights, like a one-on-one duel. Anyway, this was one of the first anime I watched, and back then it was well known, but today, few people are familiar with it and don't know what they're missing out on. It used to rival Sword Art Online, just to give you an idea of how popular it was. But since Sword Art Online had sequels, it remained relevant, while Excel World didn't get a continuation, making it lesser known. Outbreak Company. Kanu Shinichi is the son of a light novel author and an erotic illustrator. He's a hardcore otaku with vast knowledge of Mo culture. One day, he's transported to a fantasy world inhabited by elves and dragons, where he's tasked with being a Mo missionary, promoting cultural exchange in this new world. One day, he encounters a Fujoshi guard, a half-elf maid, and a young empress. Determined to make a difference, Shinichi proposes the idea of building a school. At first, everything seems like a comedy, but over time, he faces more serious challenges, such as racial discrimination, social conflicts, and sabotage from the Japanese government itself. However, Shinichi is determined to overcome these obstacles, bring Mo culture to the fantasy world, and help its people confront their own problems. Guys, I bet you haven't seen this anime, but just because it's lesser known doesn't mean it isn't good. It's a great anime where you'll laugh a lot with the protagonist spreading Mo culture. And for those who don't know, Mo refers to a strong interest in cute female characters. But seriously, who doesn't love a bit of Mo?
We've reached the end of the video. If you enjoyed these recommendations of unknown Isekai anime, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. You'll love it, as I'm always bringing you various anime recommendations with weekly videos. A big hug from your friend Percy, and see you next time.